What's going on, guys? It's Phoenix. Hopefully gonna keep this video a little bit short just because my throat is very scratchy and sore. I seem to have gotten sick. There's a bug going around, mainly because the weather's weird. And yeah, I got sick. Although this is the best I've felt, other than when I was getting whatever sickness. Yesterday was horrible. But regardless, we're gonna keep this video hopefully fairly short. Obviously, per the title, you can see what I'm going to be talking about. So let's just crack on with it. I'll go smallest to biggest. Hopefully that's the order that I have them in the title. I don't know. I'm doing the title afterwards, obviously. Time's Return Topspin. Got him and the next figure, obviously, off of eBay. Mainly because I want Topspin. I've seen the other figure, Sky Shadow, in my area, but I managed to get him online for less than retail, so yeah, before shipping, so that worked out better for me. Anyhoozle, Topspin is what I like about Time's Return, and hits that, like, Hasbro budget if you don't have the money to afford third party, or you just don't collect third-party Wreckers toy that really any fan of the Wreckers should have. I'll be honest, don't really read much of the lore, comics or anything. I haven't read much on the Wreckers other than Last Stand of the Wreckers, which I still have somewhere. But I don't know, just I like the general concept of the Wreckers, and that's why I'm just gonna pretty much always get any like aesthetically pleasing incarnation of the Wreckers. On my short list, probably for TFCon USA, is going to be Mastermind Creations Dicamus. They're Roadbuster analog, just because he looks really cool. But anyway, yeah, Topspin. Also, I just want to go to TFCon, even though I'm casually in the hobby, just because it's a freaking Transformers convention in my hometown. I'm going. Anyway, Topspin's really fun. He definitely harkens a lot to Trigger Happy from Wave 2, who is probably one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite, Time's Return Deluxe. So, yeah, I really like Topspin. You can clearly tell that some of his molding is to make it convenient to just do a retooling for Twin Twist when we get him in a couple waves. But I don't know, there's just something really cool about Topspin here. I like the attention to detail, and I like how Frieza just sits in his cockpit. And I like the chunkiness of him. He definitely feels like an updated G1 Topspin. If I had the Mech Ideas Topspin and Twin Twists, or yeah, mainly just the Topspin, in his alt mode, I would show that, but I don't mind that transformation because I actually really like those figures, but I don't know. There's two ways to do a side by side. Topspin's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and do something I don't normally do in these videos, transform him. Normally I keep the guns under the wings, if only because you got the hollow part here, because of the combination gimmick for the guns. So that's what I just do, just to keep that part as is. You can't do like a quad laser cannon thing. Fine. It's whatever. I won't overdo it. But yeah, Topspin's transformation is actually really fun. Pull out the arms like so. Randomly drop an accent. At this point I normally just pop out, freeze out from the cockpit. Lift that up. Split the legs. Kind of accordion them. No. Disconnect the hip. Accordion the leg down. Flip out the foot. Collapse the back of the leg. Show that better here. So you just accordion the leg down. Push on this thruster. Bring out the foot. That collapses in. Fills out the leg. And here's what I like about his transformation and why it definitely is inspired by just kind of like the sheer craziness that Hasbro is doing right now, honestly. Um, Take this entire section right here. You lift up the intakes or whatever, and you literally just rotate it 180. That's a really cool touch that they did not have to do. Keep rotating those up. And just kind of finagle this through the gap there. Plug, assuming you got everything lined up. Plug in the waist like so. On that transformation joint, and then you take the actual waist, spin it 180. This is such a satisfying transformation. I love it. The arms, you open up this panel right here. Do that. And then they just accordion down. Pull out the hands. And unlike other Titans Return Deluxes, you actually close that and you fill out the forearms, which I really like. A lot of the modern Deluxes have hollow bits and bobs on their limbs, which is fine. Sign of the times and all that, but yeah. So there's him without his head. Let's take Freeze out. Get him in Titan Master mode. Solid, very Topspin looking head there. Now on mine, he's really tight when I plug him in with Freeze Out's head facing towards the front of the Titan Master. So I plug him in, honestly, sideways, and then rotate the head forward. It ends up working and makes the head a lot more secure on mine. Because when I got him, the head, leaving that in, the head basically didn't want to come out of the Titan Master joint because it was just such a tight connection. Yeah, really cool looking. Really like him a lot. He's definitely fun. Put in the weapons. And yeah, he's just overall really fun. He looks really cool on my desk. He's gonna go in my display in the other room for sure. Probably with other Wreckers buddies or something. I'll figure out a spot for him. But yeah, definitely recommend him, especially at retail. And then, secondly and lastly, Sky Shadow, who's actually big enough where I can just have him like this. Obviously, the pre-tool and the other use of the mold before we get Overlord. I'll admit, I actually like Sky Shadow more than I thought I would. I wasn't originally enthused too much about him, and I was just going to wait for Overlord. But he does enough to be cool and to satisfy me until we get Overlord. I am a little bit worried long term about just like the durability of the arms because of the telescoping joint in here. They do have a little bit of a wiggle waggle, and I feel like that tolerance could have been done better or whatever. And the arms just feel a little thin plastic wise. But I don't know, there's just something really satisfying about Sky Shadow. Obviously he's meant to be Overlord, which is why we have like the dual alt modes and all that. And the kind of shit combined alt mode, let's be honest. I'm not going to do the base mode. Base mode, I never liked the base modes on the leaders. I don't know, just, there's something that I really like about Sky Shadow. I can't really quite put my finger on it. He's not one that is, like, particularly amazing, nor is really his previous wave's counterparts, Six Shot. But at the same time, like, he is actually pretty cool. I like the shoulder cans a lot. I hope they retain some facsimile of them on Overlord, although I don't think they are going to. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something really cool about Sky Shadow here. Unlike Topspin, I'm not going to do transformation, I'm not going to show the alt modes. You guys have seen them by this point. This figure's already gotten oodles of coverage. But yeah, no, he's a decently cool figure, and I feel like there's enough different with him, where if you're remotely interested, you can get him. And I mean, hey, worst case, you sell them on eBay, or you sell them on the aftermarket. I mean, I don't know. I like him. He's cool. I'm definitely still more excited for Overlord when he comes out later this year. But yeah, Sky Shadow is definitely better than I was expecting. I don't know if I recommend the full retail plus tax for him, which I think leaders are now like 45. I don't know if I recommend him for that price. If you can get him for around 40, that's adequate in my opinion. But he's he's good. I like him a lot. It sounds like I'm ragging on him, but I'm really not. My only issues with him are honestly like the thin filling plastic in the arms. As you can kind of see in there, just in here a little bit too. Kind of the wibble wobble here on the arms. And honestly, the crotch wheel, it's there for his tank mode because his pants turn into a tank. But yeah, he's cool. I like him. He will definitely look cool on a shelf for those of you that do that with your collections. And he'll end up probably long term being on mine with my other Tens Return leaders or Voyagers that are, yeah, doing their thing. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. I'll see you guys in whatever my next video is, and hopefully I feel less sick then.